Chamber This Morning, presented by the Clinton Area Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber This Morning, Lesley Webster in studio. The calm before the storm, but you said no, it's been storming as we get ready for RAGBRAI.
It's been brewing. It's been brewing.
So what was it like getting people into town before they would head west?
Right. So last Friday was actually, I think it was a lot of fun. I think all of us that worked it had a good time. People were coming in to park. We sold just over 1,000 parking passes. So we parked most of those people on Friday, some on Saturday, but we had a good time. There were 47 out of 50 states represented. People were they're excited to be on their way and having a good time. Lots of thank yous and lots of people saying they didn't know Clinton was so beautiful and had so much to offer them. So that was great. That was our goal.
Yeah. And then, of course, now let's talk a little bit about the volunteers as they get ready for tomorrow. Mm-hmm. How's that looking?
It looks good. We've had 3 volunteer meetings, great turnout. It was really lovely to see everybody stepping up for that. If somebody is thinking, oh, I meant to do that, they can email me today, cvb@clintonia.com, and I will get them a volunteer assignment. But we're looking good. We've got people set to, I think, all along the way, and we have volunteer T-shirts that are neon yellow so they can spot you from outer space. But the same T-shirt has been used in every town on the way. So the riders all know where to look, and they're very visible. So we're excited. We could take some more if you want.
Okay. Now you're talking about, the volunteers along the way. Have you been in communication with some of the other communities?
I haven't been in direct communication. I've been following the stories. RAGBRAI's posting a lot on social media and various, I think the Des Moines Register, of course, that's their ride. So they post a lot. So I've just been following the stories along the way.
Dan Zerp has been doing daily updates for us
Right.
at 7:15. He's done a tremendous job. It is quite an undertaking. He did the 100-mile loop the other day.
Oh, that's craziness.
So it's going to be in DeWitt, the final stop before they come to
Right.
Clinton. Any plans for you or any of the other committee members going to DeWitt?
No, we have a lot to do on our own here today, but they are in DeWitt. They're arriving today. We do actually have some of our volunteers are going to both places and working both places, which is fun. And we actually do, Caleb, my assistant, was there yesterday dropping off maps for them. I'll be there. Myself or somebody on the police department will be there at some point after midnight tonight to pick up phones that we need for tomorrow and things like that. So there's a lot of interaction.
What do you mean phones to pick up? What's that?
We have these phones that were on loan for the week that are designated numbers so that I can give out that number instead of my own personal number. And plus they also have, I don't know exactly how it works, but there's a code and they're set up so that if we had an emergency call, we could get a priority out for that.
Yeah.
So all of the leaders will have one tomorrow and we can stay in touch that way.
Yeah, I can imagine the logistics of this is just nuts.
It is. And things like that, I didn't even know that existed. And so they said, oh, well, if you would have told us ahead of time, we could have put your phone on that. I said, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know to ask for it.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Getting way ahead. I mean, would you welcome Clinton being another stop at the end of RAGBRAI in the future?
I think our town is set up perfectly for it. And I think that we've learned a lot. So there are some things we do differently, but we are compiling notes all along the way. We'll look at each other and we'll say, that goes in the book for next time.
They'll be coming in on 136 on Main Avenues. Let's talk a little bit about the route and what people can expect.
Right. So 136 is not closed. However, assume that you have, at any given time, 100 bicyclists on that road in front of you. So if you can find a different way, don't take that way. In terms of that area, the only road that's actually closed is Mill Creek between,
I think, 19th Avenue Northwest on into town.
Right, and that's because we don't want to drive them straight into all the bicyclists that are coming in on 136. So there's just that one little chunk there. But everywhere else in town you can still get to. That's not a problem. Once they get into Maine, then when they turn onto Pershing. Now, Maine is actually closed there from Pershing to 2nd. That being said, Farmers Market is still going to run. Just come around the long way. Don't think that you're going to get there on Maine. But then Pershing is closed. I think it is actually closed to all road traffic that day. Anybody parked there, like anyone that lives along there, needs to not park there. But we're encouraging them, come out, make signs, cheer for people, bring a sprinkler out. It should be nicer tomorrow than it has been, but bring that hose out, let people run through it or whatever. They'll like that.
Again, we're visiting with Lesley Webster, the Convention and Visitors Bureau. Let's talk about what's going to be taking place, the activities down on the riverfront.
Right. There are a lot of fun things. I kept my list out so that hopefully I don't forget it. But they should come on down. We have, starting at 10 a.m., we have the entertainment stage out, and Brooke Byam will be there at 10 a.m. At 11:30, we have Unidines. At 1 o'clock, I think it is Random Tanner, and he's got some others with him as well. So we have entertainment down there from 10 to 3. There's a block party at Lions Tap. There's a block party in the Lumber King Stadium. Down there by the entertainment stage, we'll have all of our different food vendors, and the JCs are out there with beer. So there's a lot to do. And then after that, I know Hook's Pub is doing, they're calling it the Last Stop Party. So they're going to have live music, I think, all night and have a lot going on. So
they got a brand new beer garden there at Hook's Pub as well.
Right. And this, I think if it stays like this, it's going to be a perfect day to be outside.
Yeah. So are you excited to see how things go tomorrow?
I am. I've seen pictures that terrify me, frankly, but I know that we have a really good plan in place and that we have such a great team. I do not know what I'd do without this team. And that team isn't just those of us on the executive committee planning, but really all of the city services. Everybody is working together so well. One thing I think is great, we said at the volunteer meeting, that we asked the city bus, would they be a shuttle for us? Would they serve as a shuttle? And they said not only would they do that, but they're giving free rides to everybody in town all day. So anybody can pick up a city bus anywhere tomorrow and it's free. So it's just things like that. Every person has wanted to work together. I've seen lots of signs out that say welcome riders or welcome RAGBRAI, different businesses posting like, hey, this is what we've got for you. Anything I see like that, I'm sharing on the Clinton RAGBRAI page. So I, put it out there. Let's let people know what we have.
I know one of the things I talked to Dan about this morning was about how the communities come out, try and put their best foot forward. And that's what we're hoping for tomorrow in Clinton. Mm-hmm. So now they'll be coming in again on the north end of town, Main Avenue onto Pershing, down to the riverfront on 9th Avenue North. So line up along there, walk on over, line up, and greet these 16,000 plus riders. It's incredible.
You're right. 12 to 15,000 riders plus all of their support staff. So we're going to have probably 20,000 or more people in town tomorrow. So smile and welcome them and say, come back to Clinton.
Now, before we let you go, are you going to take a nap at all? Because you say you're going out to DeWitt at midnight. I would imagine you're going to be busy all day tomorrow. Are you ready for this?
I'm as ready as I think I can get. I'm taking most of Monday off. I do have a meeting I have to do a Zoom call on. But other than that, I'm taking Monday off.
So now after RAGBRAI, any other thing big kind of take place in the city of Clinton?
We do. We have a couple of events coming up, the Spirit Mind Body Expo in August, and then Rummaging Along the River in September, and of course American Countess August 25th. So American Countess, I should have already been contacting those volunteers. This ride has consumed me, but so assume that starting next week you're going to start hearing about requests for those volunteers.
Okay, again, social media, people want to find out more about RAGBRAI. How can they best access that?
Visit ClintonIowa.com.
All right.
Or not .com, but that one too.
Okay, there you go.
Visit Clinton, Iowa.
Hey, Lesley, thank you so much.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck.
Thanks.
Clinton Area Chamber of Commerce, an association of businesses organized to encourage a strong local economy and quality of life by promoting a well-balanced community, receptive business climate, sound government, and an informed membership. Chamber This Morning, a presentation of the Clinton Area Chamber of Commerce and KROS.
Once again, our thanks to Lesley stopping by